I'm second generation here in the US. My parents were the first generation to be born here. All four of my grandparents immigrated to the US from Mexico. Really for different specific reasons, but all for the underlying purpose of creating a better opportunity for themselves and for future generations. My grandfather on my dad's side, he came to the US by himself when he was 16. He started working repairing railroads across the US. He worked in Texas, he worked in Florida. Eventually in New Mexico, he met my paternal grandmother, and they decided to settle in California. When he came here, he actually helped, he was one of the laborers who worked to build the bridges that go over the LA River. So I'm sort of proud of that. And so every time I drive into LA and go over those bridges, I always think of my grandfather who helped to build those bridges. My maternal grandfather, his brother was in the music business, and his brother was, my mom's uncle, was in the band for Ricky Ricardo. So he came out here to sort of also try to make it in the music industry, and didn't quite do so, but he ended up actually first working as a bartender, but then owning a bar in sort of the Rampart area of Los Angeles, and that's where my mom grew up. So, you know, I've got sort of a lot of ambition and a really strong work ethic that I think I inherited from my grandparents on both my mom and dad's side. My family, we do a very traditional, you know, at Christmas time we make tamales. It's a group effort. We've got, you know, my sister comes over, our kids get involved. We've got my mom and my tias all over, and we have a big sort of party while we, you know, we cook, we teach our kids how to make tamales. We, you know, enjoy eating them, and then, and it's just a whole day. It's morning to very late at night, and it's a lot of fun. So that's one of my favorite traditions. I would say that my biggest inspiration, probably my mom. So my mom actually ended up getting a college degree later in life. My sister and I were young children when my mom was going to college. So we sort of watched her really pursue that degree. You know, being able to also see my dad in the way that he supported my mom through that journey was very meaningful to me. And so I would say actually, now that I'm talking about it, probably not just my mom, but both of my parents, and how my mom really pursued her dreams and my dad really supported her along with that. I see within my community that we have an overrepresentation of Latinos in living in poverty. We have an overrepresentation of Latinos in the child welfare system. We have an overrepresentation of Latinos in the prison system. So I think that there are a lot of challenges that face our community. I see that we have an underrepresentation of Latinos in leadership positions, also in the business field, in finances. We also need to do a better job of creating financial literacy opportunities for the Latino population. But I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic about the future. I feel like the more we encourage and inspire and uplift each other, the better opportunity we have to sort of create a different kind of environment for our community. The greatest things I think about the Latino culture is our sense of family, caretaking, and community. And so I have a lot of hope that that community is going to lift itself up and continue to do that over the years and create a better environment for everyone. When I think of success, to me, that's a celebration of community lifting each other up. And I don't know that I would have had the opportunities that I've had and that I'd be sitting where I am today if I hadn't had the community around me lifting me up. That's also one of the things that I love about ECF, is that we create community for the families and the individuals that we serve. So it makes me very proud to contribute to that for also those we serve. As we celebrate International Hispanic Month, I'm happy to share with everybody that 53% of our employees here at ECF are Latinos. So I want to wish everybody a very happy International Hispanic Month, and I look forward to celebrating with you all.